Hello everybody and welcome back to Road to Diary Cape. This is episode number 20. Not sure where the time has gone for me to have made 20 episodes, but I hope this one is as enjoyable for you to watch as the previous 19. Not too sure what will be happening in this episode. I always record the intros just after I've uploaded the last episode, so what happens next is as much a surprise to me as it will be to you. But as always, I'll wrap things up at the end of the video, but for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So after finishing that mining grind in the previous episode, I'm quite keen to go and do something a little different, so I'm going to check out the Halloween event. If you haven't done it yet and you want to avoid spoilers, I will create a timestamp on the video so you can skip past it, but quite excited to see what we have in store this year, because I've heard that the mods have done a really good job with it, so yeah, looking forward to this. So apparently there's been a murder, so naturally the only sensible thing for me to do is throw myself into the face of danger and try and solve the mystery. Looks like Draenor Manor. Oh dude, yeah, you're gonna get fucking offed. See you later, mate. Oh, Sid. Alright, mate. Just die. Fucking hell. Dragging things out a bit. Oh, mate, I would try and help you, but I can't skip this cutscene. Oh. Rest in peace. Another one bites the dust. Oh, is he gonna get me? Did he just bury her bones? Fucking brutal. Alright, so that was pretty fun. Let's pick up these rewards. This is actually the first time for me doing the Halloween event on this account, I believe. Wow, so yeah, lots of things there for me to probably stick in my costume room. A few emotes as well. Oh yes, the wall kit for my POH and the black, white and green skins too. So that's pretty nice. And there is another level coming in, 81 mining. Just a few hours away from hitting 82, which is the final level I need for all of the achievement diaries, because I can get that +3 boost with the dragon pickaxe, so that's pretty nice. After that, I think I will probably work on smithing. I have 2 levels banked, again, which are the last 2 levels I need for the achievement diaries, and I've had that banked since the summer, so I really need to crack on with that. And then once that is done, I should be able to do the wilderness diaries, which is pretty nice. So yeah, slowly getting there. And this should be the final collection I need to do. Yay! I wasn't quite sure if I hit the level then, but there we go, 82 mining finally achieved. That is the last bit of mining I need to do for all of the achievement diaries, so that is really nice. And of course it's also a master clue skill challenge, so 2 birds with 1 stone. As I said before, I would probably like to aim for doing the wilderness diary next, although I do need a couple of magic levels, so I'll get those and the smithing levels, but for now let's take a look at how much money I actually earned from 75 to 82 mining at the blast mine. So these are the ores that I collected from 75 all the way up to 82. I'm not sure if they're 100% accurate because I definitely collected some coal from my kingdom and I didn't keep an exact number, but I sold on some of that coal ore, but this should be fairly close to exact numbers. And it comes to just over 14 mil, which is a really nice amount. Of course, I did buy some dynamite, which came to just over 3 mil, so it's 11 mil profit near there or thereabouts, which is really nice. I think that's about 500k an hour. So with the XP you get here, I think blast mining is definitely worth doing. It's not AFK like the Motherlode mine, but I feel like once you understand the rhythm and the rotation that you need to do, it's quite relaxing and it's definitely not too tricky. So yeah, if you're looking for a good way to make some money and fairly decent XP without doing like 3-tick or 4-tick mining, then blast mine is the way to go for sure. Alright, so as you can see in my inventory, I have one of each tier of clue scroll, which can only mean one thing: it's time for another master. I'm pretty sure that now the only two challenges that I cannot actually complete are obviously the chopping the redwoods log, which is 90 woodcutting, and I think there's one where you have to catch an anglerfish with the full angler outfit, which would be a real pain to get because I think it's like on average 7 hours to get the full set from the fishing trawler minigame, and then Piscarilius Favour is not at all pleasant. Although it was polled that it might be easier to obtain. I don't know when they're going to implement that update, but I think they're going to increase the rate at which you catch the sandworms or something like that. So yeah, that's something I need to tick off at some point. But I won't be happy if I get either one of those either one of those skill challenges. We shall see. Alright, so no tricky skill challenges that time, thankfully. Apologies for the slightly crackly audio in the last clip. Anyways, here is the reward. 300k. It's not too bad, I guess. Nothing too special. Bandos page could have been something slightly better, but hey, can't complain. So I'm training my smithing, as you can see, and you might be wondering why I'm not at the blast furnace. Well, I'm not sure exactly when, maybe about a month ago, they updated the blast furnace and added some NPCs in there so that you don't need to, I guess, keep repairing the furnace and things like that, because they're having trouble with players griefing the blast furnace clans. But the whole thing has just turned to shit now, because you still need to manually repair the pipes. Nobody does it, and yeah, just it's terrible. I was wondering why the gold ores had crashed in price. I think I lost like a mil or so in the gold ores that I had banked. So instead, I'm just going to do mithril plate bodies. It is slower XP than I was expecting to get from blast furnace, but I wasn't able to get decent XP from blast furnace anyway. And I think what I might do actually is keep the bodies and actually alch them whilst training some agility, and then that would be, I guess, a fairly efficient way to train magic and smithing. Magic and agility at the same time. But we'll see. It won't get me all the way up to 92, but it'll be a nice chunk of XP. I just need to figure out if it's actually worth doing or if it will be too expensive. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And there we go, 85 smithing, just one left to go, and that is another skill that I have completely achieved all of the levels that I need for the Elite Diary, so that is very nice. And of course, I can now start making rune items, rune dagger being the first one you can make at 85, and if I ever need to attach a sigil to a spirit shield, I can do that as well. Lovely. So guys, that does bring us to the end of episode 20 of the Road to Diary Cape series. I had hoped to have a little bit more content in this video and get it out yesterday, but unfortunately my internet went down at about 10:30 on Sunday morning. So it only just came back up after I got back from work today, so that's why the video is later than I would have liked, and also lacking like that extra smithing level I would have liked to have gotten. But there is something I want to talk about before I end the video, and that is Hardcore Ironman. But I know that's not something everybody is interested in, so in terms of Diary Cape content, that is it for this episode. If you close the video now, I shall not be offended. But yeah, Hardcore Ironman is coming out very soon. We don't have an exact date, maybe this week or next week, but it is something I am very interested in doing. At the moment, this is my only account, but I have been really intrigued by Ironman for a long time, and with the new hardcore mode coming out, I really want to make an account make a hardcore Ironman and make some videos for you guys to watch. But for those of you that don't know, Hardcore Ironman is essentially the same as a regular Ironman account. You can't trade, you can't get any help from other players. You have a red icon instead of a grey one, and if you die, that is the end of your Hardcore Ironman journey. Your account reverts to a regular Ironman, and your stats are frozen on the Hardcore high scores. I think it's a really interesting concept. It will definitely make for some interesting scenarios and gameplay situations. And yeah, as I said, like I've been wanting to make an Ironman for a long time and just haven't really had the excuse, having so much fun on this account. But this is a good chance to delve into it and hopefully make some interesting videos. So I don't want to stop this series, but I've got a lot of slow skills to train, and some of them are fairly AFK, so it means I can still play both this account and a hardcore Ironman at the same time. So for example, I could train my fishing or do something like blood runes, which are fairly AFK, and still play another account at the same time. I am, of course, interested to hear like any feedback you guys have about a potential hardcore Ironman series. As I said, it wouldn't replace this one as such, but it just offers something different, and maybe bring some new viewers to the channel. I'm not sure really, but I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Is it something you'd be interested in seeing? Do you have any ideas about, I guess, the format of the videos? Do you like the progress videos as they are, and would like me to continue on in the same vein? Let me know in the comments. I'll obviously take all your feedback into consideration. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that that's something that I am looking to do, and I definitely think that is something I will do. So I'm very excited for the new Hardcore Ironman game mode to come out. So yeah, that's it for today's episode of Road to Diary Cape. As always, thank you very much for watching, and if you listened to my little ramble there, I do appreciate it. Sorry again, but the video today wasn't as long as it could have been. A bit out of my control. Very frustrating, but not much I could do. As always, wherever you are and whatever you're doing today and for the rest of the week, hope you guys have a really good one, and I will catch you next time. Thank you very much, and take care.